In the previous lecture of chemical equilibrium, we saw the basis of what is a equilibrium constant and how it can change when you are going to change your equations, like adding equations, subtracting equations, or multiplying or flipping the equation. Here we are going to see the fundamental of what happens or how I can alter the equilibrium when a given set of condition is changed. Okay. You would have seen it in school, be it state board or CBSE, it's actually one of the easiest one. Okay. Basically what happens to equilibrium when I change temperature, pressure, volume, all those. The first one you are going to see is the most important one, temperature. Okay. You want to remember this forever. Temperature is the only thing that will affect your K, the value of K. So this affects K. Okay. So how does it do? So an increase in temperature increases K for endothermic reactions. Endothermic means delta H is positive. Okay, straightforward. I am in an endothermic reaction. I love heat. Okay, I want heat. You are increasing the temperature. I am going to take the temperature as heat and go to the right side. So increasing in temperature increases K and the reaction becomes product favored. Similarly, I can say increasing in temperature K decreases for exothermic reactions because delta H is negative. I want to give out heat, you are giving me heat. So I cannot do anything, I absorb the heat and go backwards. Backward reaction is endothermic. So pinadi poga poga K value kammiyaagum. Now you can do the other way around. It decreases means K value decreases for endothermic, temperature decrease panna K value increases for exothermic. Just you can do this. Straightforward. Okay. Second condition, okay, has to deal with pressure. What happens when you are going to alter the pressure of a system? Again, this will be only for equilibria where there are gaseous moles, because gases are the ones that contribute to pressure. So gaseous reactant or product or irundha mattum pressure significant ah irukum. Okay. Now you can look at it as del Ng. Okay. So del Ng means basically N products minus N reactants. So del Ng positive means there is more product molecules that are gases than reactants. Del Ng negative means there are more gaseous reactants than products. Okay. Increasing in pressure. Imagine that you are going to be in a room, the room that you are sitting in right now. Okay. It's a chamber. I increase the pressure by putting a piston. Appo enna agum pressure vandu adhigamagum. Okay. When the pressure goes up, the system wants to decrease the pressure. Okay. I can decrease the pressure by going towards the side of the equilibrium where there is less moles. Kammi moles na pressure kammi agundana artham, because pressure is proportional to N. We know that. Okay. PV equals nRT, P proportional to N. Okay. So when I increase the pressure, what will happen? Obviously the system will respond in such a way that it will decrease the pressure. Okay. So when I increase the pressure, what will happen is the reactant will become two different conditions. Delta G is positive, negative. Let's also go delta G is 0. Okay. Delta G is positive, meaning எனக்கு products அதிகமா இருக்கு. அப்ப நான் pressure increase பண்ணா எனக்கு products அதிகமா இருக்கனால reactant side-க்கு நான் போவேன். So this will be reactant favored, meaning backward reaction. Delta G is negative, meaning product minus reactant negative இருக்குனா என்ன அர்த்தம்னா moles of gaseous reactant is more than gaseous products. So அப்ப எனக்கு reactants அதிகமா இருக்கு, pressure அதிகப்படுத்துறதுனால எனக்கு எந்த சைடு moles கம்மியா இருக்கு? product side. So நான் product side போவேன். This is product favored. Okay. Then I have delta G, del Ng 0 could mean product gas molecules is equal to reactant gas molecules, or the reaction doesn't have any gaseous components at all, meaning no change in equilibrium. Okay, these are the three conditions you are going to see. Straightforward. Now for example, we will take an example, our favorite one, N2 plus 3H2 gives you 2NH3. Del Ng equals Np minus Nr, that's going to be 2 minus 4 equals minus 2. Okay, minus. So when I keep putting pressure, okay, right side I need room for only 2 people. Left side I need room for 4 people. So now pressure poda obviously I'll go to the right side because I have only less moles of gases. Moles கம்மியானா உங்களுக்கு pressure கம்மியாகும். So pressure increase பண்றதுனால the system will react in such a way that it can decrease the pressure. It will go to products. So product favored. So Haber's process is done in high pressure because of this reason. I increase the pressure so that I get more of ammonia. So I get this better yield for the same amount of reactants. Okay. Now volume. Volume is exact opposite of what you do with pressure because pressure and volume are inversely related, Boyle's law. So நீங்கள் என்ன பார்க்குறீங்களோ அதுக்கு exact opposite இருக்கும். Look at it this way. இப்போ 2 பேர் இருக்கிற இடத்துக்கும் 4 பேர் இருக்கிற இடத்துக்கும் வித்தியாசம் இருக்குது. 4 பேர் வந்து I need more volume. Okay. So if I increase the volume, okay, 4 people can live happily. So more of them will come to this side. So when I increase the volume, it is going to become, this particular reaction is going to become reactant favored. Okay. When I increase the volume, see when I increase the pressure, it is product favored. When I increase the volume, it is reactant favored. So the exact everything here you can rewrite it opposite way. Del Ng வச்சே கூட நீங்கள் எழுதிக்கலாம். Del Ng மாதிரி எழுதலாம். Just இது product favored இருக்கும், இது reactant favored இருக்கும். This will be no change. Straightforward. Addition of reactant or product. Okay, this is straightforward. If you add, okay, ammonia, okay, if you add ammonia, obviously I'm going to increase the amount of ammonia. So what it will do, it will come back, try to come back. Why? What happens when you add ammonia? Your equilibrium constant is product over reactants. நீங்கள் products add பண்ணுறீங்கன்னா equilibrium constant மாறாது because equilibrium constant changes only with T. Okay, what changes is the K has become far away from Q. Q is any given time. இப்போ Qன்றது வந்து K விட்டு தள்ளி போகுது. Okay, what will happen is நீங்கள் products add பண்ணுறதுனால Q தள்ளி போகுது. Q has become bigger. Now it wants to come back to K, so it will become reactant favored. So too simply நீங்கள் Q மாதிரி பார்க்கறது பதிலாக எனக்கு product add பண்ணால் reactant side போகும், reactant add பண்ணால் product side போகும். You can remember it that way. The opposite of that is removal. நான் அமோனியாவை ரிமூவ் பண்ணனா it will go towards product side. Okay, or நான் N2 remove பண்ணா it will go to reactant side. So addition of R or P. Addition of R, it will be product favored. Addition of P, it will be reactant favored. Okay, we can also write it as removal of product or addition of reactant will be product favored. Removal of reactant, addition of product will be reactant favored. Okay, you can finish it off just like this. Take an equation, try to justify the logic, it will be a lot easier. அதை மனப்பாடம் பண்ணா மறந்துடும். If you try to remember it, you will end up confusing it, and memory is only so good if you can remember it correctly. A small mistake that you make, okay, it will lead to the wrong answer. Instead, always go with, see the way I do it, equilibrium or thermodynamics or anywhere I go, I stick with the same example because one example I know concretely, I associate everything with that, it's easy for me to remember. Okay. Now that we have seen addition of reactant or product, what we can do is, we can also do addition of inert gas. Inert gas doesn't necessarily mean noble gases, helium, argon and the marilla. Inert gas is something that is inert to a given reaction. Haber's process la endha gas la na add panna idu kuda react agodho and the gas add pandra mari. Okay, I cannot add oxygen because this is done under elevated temperature. Oxygen might react with your hydrogen or nitrogen, so we don't want to do that. But let's say for example I add carbon dioxide, it might not react with any of them. Okay, so what happens when I add something like this? This can be done at two different conditions. Phi A, constant volume, okay, Phi B, we need to write it here. At constant pressure. So they will give you this addition of inert gas at constant volume or constant pressure. Addition of inert gas at constant volume is very, very simple. No change in equilibrium. Okay, constant volume doesn't really do anything. நீங்கள் வந்து inert gas போடுறீங்க அப்படின்னா ப்ரெஷர் அதிகமாகும். கான்ஸ்டன்ட் வால்யூம்னும் போது உங்கள் ரூமில் வந்து ரூம் சைஸ் இஸ் ஃபிக்ஸ்ட், கான்ஸ்டன்ட் வால்யூம். You are adding more gases, the pressure will go up, but the pressure will go equally for both of them. It will affect both of them equally, so no changes. Constant pressure அப்படின்னும் போது தான் changes. What happens? Imagine the room that you are sitting in. I'm going to be adding inert gas. What happens to the pressure? அதே defined spaceல நான் more matter போட்டா, gaseous matter, the pressure will go up. Okay, just like a balloon for example. What does the balloon do in response? It changes in size, volume. இப்போ உங்கள் ரூம் எக்ஸ்பேண்ட் ஆகுது, பலூன் எக்ஸ்பேண்ட் ஆகுதுன்ற மாதிரி வச்சுக்கோங்க. This is a very good example is balloon. I have a reaction in a balloon and then I add more inert gas, the balloon size will expand so that the pressure is same inside. So if it is going to expand, then the change because of constant pressure is exactly same as volume. Or let's say not change, the correct word maybe is response. Response will be same as change in volume. Okay, exact opposite of this. When I add it in pressure, what happens is the volume change in volume, or more specifically increase in volume. Volume increase ana enna agum? Okay, let's take for example Haber's process. Volume increase ana, this side is going to love it because I have more room, I can go to left side. Okay, இந்த சைடு கம்மி ரூம் போதும், இந்த சைடு அதிக ரூம் வேணும். ஸோ நான் ரூம் அதிகப்படுத்துகிறேன், இந்த சைடு போகும். ஸோ when I add at constant pressure, okay, the room expands, so it will go to the reactant side. Okay, next one, addition of catalyst. Okay, now I want to pull up our thermodynamics here. Let's say this is an exothermic reaction and this used to be a catalyst. I was very specific that this is the thermodynamic side. Okay, delta H doesn't change, but this is the kinetic side. We are dealing with equilibrium. Equilibrium is related to thermodynamics, not with kinetics. It doesn't really matter how fast you reach equilibrium or how slow you reach equilibrium. The amount of substance product to reactant at equilibrium is defined by the K value. Catalyst does not affect the equilibrium, so this will have no change on equilibrium, more precisely no change on K. Then what does catalyst actually do? Okay, it tries to make sure that the reactant goes to product fast, a product tries to go to reactant fast. Imagine that the hill that we saw, நீங்கள் ஒரு டனல் போட்டிருக்கீங்க, அப்போ ரியாக்டண்ட்டும் வேகமாக ப்ராடக்ட்டுக்கு போகலாம், ப்ராடக்ட்டும் வேகமாக ரியாக்டண்ட்டுக்கு வரலாம். So what the catalyst does is, it helps you in achieving the equilibrium faster. So equilibrium reached faster if it's a positive catalyst. Negative catalyst means opposite. That's all the catalyst does, but it does not change anything related to the equilibrium. No change in equilibrium, no change in K. Again, I cannot stress this enough. K depends only on temperature. None of this affects the temperature. The response to first one is because you have changed the K. The response for 2 to 6, okay, 6 no change, okay, it's equilibrium, no change, it's just reaching equilibrium faster. 2 to 5 B la irukra response vandu not because of change in K is set in stone, it's just that the equilibrium that you had moved away from it and become Q. Now the Q will try to become K. That's what the whole premise of Le Chatelet principle. Okay, Le Chatelet principle basically is, when you apply a stress to the equilibrium, the system will respond in such a way that the equilibrium is re-established. Meaning, when I apply the stress to the equilibrium, my Q value goes farther away from K and the system will respond in such a way that the Q becomes K again. Okay, in this case alone, K is going to change. This is going to be your equilibrium. Now let's just take one particular example, Haber's process, and discuss the whole thing again. I want to make sure that I get more ammonia. What all can I do? Okay, first one, I know that this is an exothermic reaction. Alright, it's an exothermic reaction. Let's looking at temperature. What can I do? Exothermic means I can decrease the temperature, but you would have seen that Haber's process, you do it optimum temperature, not low temperature, but logic says it should be low temperature. The reason that you want optimum temperature is twofold. One is you need to have enough energy to cross the activation energy barrier, okay, thermodynamic side. Second thing is N triple bond, it's strong bond. So I'll use optimum temperature. So we'll leave this one, special case, pressure. Okay, if I increase the pressure, it will go to the side that has less moles. Okay, so I can increase pressure, that goes without saying, decrease volume. Okay, I can do that. Now what can you do in terms of addition of reactant or product? I can add N2, add H2 or remove ammonia. Okay, addition of inert gas. Inert gas add பண்றீங்கன்னா நீங்க வால்யூம் அதிகமாகும். வால்யூம் அதிகமானா பின்னாடி போகும். So I don't want that. So if I want to go, I have to do the opposite. We can't do anything. We can't do removal of inert gas. Okay, so really we can't do removal of inert gas. So we can't do anything to that. Addition of catalyst, not going to change, but it will help me in reaching the equilibrium faster. Okay, this is the basis of Le Chatelet principle. Now we can do one more thing, just a mention here. For this one, not relating to Le Chatelet principle, but buried inside this is Le Chatelet principle, add water. It's a separate condition. Not for all example, in this example, தண்ணியில் போட்டிங்கன்னா nitrogen and hydrogen insoluble, okay, or sparingly soluble. Ammonia is soluble because of hydrogen bonding. அப்போ ammonium hydroxide மாறும். This is actually in essence this. You're removing ammonia as ammonium hydroxide. So more of NH3 will end up forming. Although you have to look into consideration, the amount of heat that you're going to put in shouldn't make this vapor and do all this. But if it becomes vapor, temperature, pressure increases, you're going to get the same answer. Okay. This is the basis of Le Chatelet principle. Make sure you understand it well so you're able to answer questions faster. Le Chatelet examples question comes in neat. Two things you need to remember. You have to do it fast, and also you have to make sure that you don't do it wrong. And most of the students will get it right. So you don't want to make a mistake in something. Most of them are going to get it right. Okay. Thank you guys.